to the very first episode of Home Wisdom with HBH. Hey, I'm your host, Erica Barnaby. I'm also the owner of Homes by Harshaw, or HBH. And this is the first ever audio and video podcast. So we are hopefully going to be streaming on all platforms here shortly. I'm trying to work everything out now. And yeah, so the video is gonna be a behind the scenes type video, where I'm not really focusing too much on this little thing right here. I'm more focusing on my notes and really making sure that we're getting good information and things like that passed along to you guys. We want to be your go-to podcast for any and all things real estate. We want to be able to give you information that's going to help you buy, sell, invest, make a good decision for you and your family. And the only way I can think of doing that is really and truthfully just talking about it. And that's why our main focus going forward is going to be with this podcast. And hopefully we get better with some things and we'll play it by ear as we go. But here we go again, our first ever episode of Home Wisdom with HBH. And today we're just going to introduce ourselves, and we're going to talk a little bit and get to know Homes by Harshaw and Erica Barnaby, and what you can look forward to moving forward. And I'm excited, so let's jump right on in. I'm going to talk a little bit about Homes by Harshaw. So I created this company 2 years ago in 2022 to really take off my real estate hat and put on my owner leader hat, I guess is the best way to say it. I am still a realtor. That's still the heartbeat of my business. That is still my bread and butter. But I created it and I ventured out on my own because I wanted a platform and a business model that mirrored my beliefs and who I thought I was and who I thought I am, who I think I am still to this day. And so, I wanted to make sure that Homes by Harshaw was known for trust, integrity, and expert guidance in real estate. I wanted to make sure that anyone that hears about Homes by Harshaw, whether it's a realtor here locally, a realtor outside of El Paso sending in referrals, buyers, sellers, investors, anyone that was thinking about real estate and they heard anything about Erica Barnaby and Homes by Harshaw, I wanted the first thing that was told to them was, one thing you can tell and one thing I can tell you about Erica and her business is that she's built it on trust and she's built it on integrity to make sure that she is, to a fault, loyal to those who trust her and give her their business. And so at Homes by Harshaw, we're not just about transactions. We're really about transforming the real estate world and investments into a long-time partnership or a lifelong partnership. We want to make sure that the way you're thinking about real estate, whether it's investing, buying your first home, selling your first home, or whatever, we wanted to make sure, and by we I mean me, wanted to make sure that you had a place that you can rely on the advice that you're getting. And I'm not just here to sell you a home. I'm here to make sure that we're happy and that it's the right decision for you and your family. And that was really important to me whenever I was building this business, was to make sure everyone who comes across the door of Homes by Harshaw knows that at the end of the day, whether you buy with me or you don't, or you sell with me or you don't, I got your back. And that's for the life of your life and the life of my life. And most of my clients are return clients anyways. They've sold houses with me multiple times, bought houses with me multiple times, and that's the heartbeat of my business. So there you go. There's Homes by Harshaw. So to give you a little background about who I am, obviously I'm Erica. I am the owner here at HBH, but I'm also a 7-year Army veteran, multiple deployments under my belt, and military members are the bread and butter of my business. I cater a lot to VA loans because I dedicated my life for so long to our country, and I believe anyone who does that deserves the utmost respect. And I know that the VA loan is difficult. I know that it's not easy. It's not something that a lot of agents look forward to working, especially on the listing side. You see a VA loan come in, you may go, oh man, this appraisal, or it's going to be some inspection issues, blah, blah, blah. You know, I really love to advocate for my VA buyers and my VA sellers too, because they're still important. They got a lot more easier than those VA buyers, but the VA buyers, it's difficult for them sometimes, especially coming out of this pandemic. It's been a difficult challenge for a VA loan, but I think the horizon is right around the corner, and we're going to dive deep into that in a few episodes here shortly. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, for me, I'm 35 years old. I am married to Morgan, and we have two crazy boys. One just turned 2 and one's 7. And if you are anywhere familiar with Homes by Harshaw, you have met my boys or seen my boys and know that those 3 people are my world. And while Homes by Harshaw is a love of mine, it is not the love of mine. That title belongs to my family, and so you'll find out real quick whenever you come and do the transaction with me that my boys and my wife are. It's a package deal. That's why Homes by Harshaw is very much a family-oriented business. And you may say, well, why is it Harshaw? Well, my boys and my wife's name is Harshaw, and I want to give my boys something to look forward to whenever they're my age, something they can fall back on, a good retirement plan and things like that, and give them the business. That's the ultimate goal, right? What's Barnaby? It's just my last name. Harshaw is theirs, and there's a future there for them. So that's why we're building this business for them, to set them up, whether or not they want to take it or not. It's going to be theirs to take if they want it. So the goal is Homes by Harshaw for generations to come. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And let's move on, huh? All right. So, with this podcast, we are really going to focus in on education, and making sure that the person and the people that are listening to this, whether or not you're a client of mine, you've been a client of mine, you're going to be a client of mine, or you just stumbled across a podcast because you're thinking about buying or selling or investing, and you're just getting all the content you possibly can. I want this podcast to be where you can get the real nasty truth. There will be no sugarcoating anything here. We're going to talk about all the topics. I'm going to give you my opinion on everything, and I'm going to speak to you I'm going to speak to the podcast as if I'm speaking to a client, or a friend, because both they're synonymous with each other. And I'm going to tell you what I truly believe about every topic that we talk about. Of course, I'm going to give you my professional and my personal opinions. But at the end of the day, it's my opinion. And some things will be backed by, facts and statistics and things like that. But other things will just be like, this is how I feel from my experience. And kind of just really dive deep on what I believe is very important in real estate. Whether we're talking about mortgages, whether we're talking about rates, whether we're talking about what makes your house more valuable, how do we separate your house from others, whether we're talking about what are the steps to buy, what is the difference between a cash buyer and a conventional buyer, why does FHA get beat out by conventional, why does VA get beat out by everybody, and what's the difference between those type of loans, and how we can make it more stronger. Did that make sense? How we can make it stronger. There you go. I don't know why I said more stronger, but how we can make it stronger whenever we're presenting these offers. And really, I want to just shape real estate. I want to dive deep. And that brings me to my next request from you guys. We really want to make sure that we're engaging with you. I want to make sure that I'm going to have some expert interviews the next episode I'm recording is going to be with a gentleman named Ross from U Mortgage, and we'll talk about that here shortly. But I want to also do some listeners' question and answers, and get real life stories from my buyers and my sellers, or not even my buyers and sellers. If you see this and you want to give your good opinion, your bad opinion, you want to tell us your horror story, you want to tell us your good story, you want to shout out your realtor, you want to shout out your inspector, whatever you want to do, like, engage with this podcast, email me, DM me, call me, Kim Possible it, bait me, page me if you want to reach me. I don't have a pager, but you get the gist of it. No matter where you are in your home journey, I want to be here to help build confidence and give you my expertise, and build a foundation together with your real estate future in mind. So speaking of having some experts come in and talk to us and give us their opinion, because while my face is beautiful, it's always really nice to hear someone else's voice and see someone else's face. And I'm not an expert in everything, and I'm I love to talk to people who are in the field of real estate, but in different industries. So I had a guy named Ross with U Mortgage reach out to me last week. Found me on social media, was really, really very complimentary of me and my social media platform, which it's great because it's not great for me yet. We are building it. So remember what we just talked about. Give me some engagement, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so we have Ross from U Mortgage. He's going to be here. We're going to take the video on Friday, and I'll probably have it posted Monday is probably what we're looking at. And that is going to be about the current rates. And that is a huge topic right now for everybody, whether you're buying, you're selling, you're investing, you're just looking, you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, you're thinking about investing, or you're just on the sidelines. Rates are important, and they are a huge, huge topic right now. So we're going to talk about what the rates are, and hopefully the future, and what that means for you. So don't miss it. I'm excited for it, and we'll see what happens. We're still making sure we get everything perfect for you guys. But it is going to be a deep dive into the rates and how it affects your buying power and how it affects your potential in investment. So make sure you stay tuned and you're ready for that. And I'm going to do a shameless plug, and I'll probably do this every episode. So just, skip it 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I don't know if you don't want to hear it. Follow us on all social media. It's not hard to find us. Homes by Harshaw, HomesByHarshaw. And of course, you'll find it in the bio and the link and the description and all that wonderful stuff. Follow us everywhere. I want to grow and build and engage with everyone. I want to make sure that my vision of every American being a homeowner is something that is feasible. And we cannot do that if we're not educated and we don't continue to learn as we go. Us realtors, we better keep our nose in the book and keep learning, because it changes every day. And so it's the same thing for buyers, sellers, investors, everybody. If we're not building and we're not learning and we're not taking into account that the market, the economy, everything changes daily, and we have to change with it, and we have to change strategies for our clients too. We're doing a disservice to everyone if we're not staying on top of it. So please follow us on all social media, everywhere. You can find Homes by Harshaw. And so there it is. My shameless plug, you guys. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the first ever audio podcast of Home Wisdom with HBH. Hey, by the way, let me know what you think of the title. I'm not too sure if I'm sold on it. I like it, but we'll see. So you guys give me your feedback, your opinion. It's greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, let's keep building your real estate knowledge, because knowledge is the foundation to your home journey. All right. Talk with you later.